Y'all, it is hot as a witch's broom out here today. Yep, I'm standing here on the deck trying to keep cool. As you can see, Ralph and Quincy are working on repairing the big gate to my privacy fence. And they've been at it for a minute. They've gotten one frame built and now working on the second frame. We've got a lot of work to do on this fence. I mean, replacing all of the wooden slats, the boards, the tops, all of it. This fence is probably about, oh my God, 10, 12 years old. And it has seen some better days. And it's been standing up really well. It may be older than that, shucks. I mean, I have been in this house now about 22, 23 years, and I got the fence replaced on it probably about 5 or 6 years afterwards. So it's been up for a minute and just needing some repairing. And so Ralph has decided that he's sick and tired of that big gate over here looking like it's looking and sagging, and you can't open it because it's got these big coaster wheels on the bottom of it. I'm gonna go down there and let y'all see. It's got these big coaster wheels on the bottom of it that have been in the ground so long, and they've, with the rain and everything, they've sunk into the ground. You can't even move the doggone wheels and open the gate. So he said that really the gate, when it was put together by the folks who did the fence, just really wasn't done right to balance off the weight. So it kind of sags forward instead of standing straight up. So he's doing a redesign on it. You can kind of tell what he's done versus what was done prior, which has really made the gate more manageable to open and close. So he's done the reframe here. And of course, again, all of these boards, these little wooden slats, have to be replaced. But for now, his main objective is to build a new frame for this big gate. This gate is huge. You could drive a very, very large truck through the back here when both sides are opened. So yeah, he's having to redo all of that. I'll get in a little closer and let you see, the wear and tear that has occurred here. The hinges aren't quite holding like they should because the wood has given way based on wear and tear. All right, but he's putting together this final frame on this last side so that it will have a better support. As you see, he rebuilt it, this one, and he's got braces pretty much in all of the pressure point places so that it'll stay balanced and won't sag and give way like the last time. You see here, he has put the hinges back on at the top and at the bottom down there, but he is also going to put a hinge at midpoint right there. So that's going to give it even more support to help hold it up and keep it level. So again, a lot of work to do. All these wooden boards got to be replaced. They just all worn out. But that is in due time, and over time, just a little bit at a time, The main thing again is to get the big gate functional again, because literally it just was not functional. So that's what we're working on right now. And he has the grandson helping out. Mr. Q is helping out. He's learning how to measure wood. He's learning a little math today. Granddaddy has got him working physically and mentally. Ain't that right, Ralph?
Absolutely.
He's, you know, he's literally got him down here doing measurements, a little bit of cutting, but primarily measurements. He wants him to get accustomed to working those numbers. You know, math is so important when it comes to pretty much everything, and especially when you're building. You've got to understand fractions and how to add, subtract, divide, all of that. So Ralph is working him out. Working him out. Ralph,
yes.
Tell us a little bit about, you know, why it's so important for children to really understand math. And you know, the way they teach math now in school is just kind of crazy. It doesn't have to be so difficult. If they would put, what do you call it, real life
situations with it, yeah.
Yep.
Because, you know, people don't know, I mean, the kids can relate better. And then you can, like doing stuff like this, we had to get into fractions and convert into common denominators and all that kind of stuff so we can find different points in it. And then, just like in the grocery store, you know, you go in there and you get a big jar costs $2 and a little small jar costs 79 cents. And sometimes you think the big jar is the better deal. But if you do the math and see how much you paying per ounce,
might be better to get 2 little jars.
Get 4 little jars.
Right,
Get the
there
big
you
jar,
go.
you know, like that. So, but that's an everyday thing.
Yes.
People go to the grocery store every day. So if you can put those
and never relate it like that.
Never relate it like that. So if you put those relatable experiences, you know, to the math equation, then I think it'll help it go over.
Yeah, they'd understand it better.
Yeah, because sometimes you look at it, oh, what I'm gonna do with this? What I'm gonna do with it? Well, you gotta count your money.
Yes.
You gotta count your money. You gotta be able to count it faster than the person you're dealing with.
Yep. Yep.
And make sure you are, you know, accurate. That's the thing, so you don't get taken.
That's true.
So that's why we kind of doing this the way we doing it, so you'll get used to measuring 10 times, cut once.
Exactly.
And then the math part of it is all of it.
Got it. Got it. Quincy,
he was looking for a sheet of paper.
what you think about all this, Quincy?
It's a learning experience. 'Cause I ain't never done none of this before.
Yeah. Hey, you done it, but just never looked at it from a real experience like this. Like Ralph said, you know, they love to throw you guys on a computer doing stuff, but sometimes you got to get away from that computer and just calculate stuff on paper. As Ralph say, when you're out doing construction or building something, your wood or your material you're working with becomes the paper at that point. But you got to learn how to use a measuring tape. You learned how to do that today, didn't you?
Well, I've been using measuring tape, but like for wood, yeah.
Yep. Cool, cool. Well, you learning a little something today.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, so family, you know, you just have to get your kids involved in things that you're doing, and especially right now with things so crazy, it's a whole lot of things we got to go back to doing that we stopped doing. You know, I remember my grandparents and their parents, those folks built their own homes from the ground up. They did all of that, and honestly, we can do that same thing today if we put it, you know, just go ahead and apply ourselves. We can do it. You know, like Ralph said, all you got to do is understand a little bit of math and go for it. But I'm going to go ahead and allow them some time to continue working on this frame. And then I'll bring you back once they start constructing everything on the gate. All right? My little Jack Russell is tripping. He's after Quincy. But, you know, he just like to play. Look at him. All he want to do is bark and snarl and run off. Look at it. Ain't gonna bust a grape. We'll be back. All right, here's the finished product, which is the rebuilding of the big gate on my privacy fence. Framing has been rebuilt. So next thing we've got to do is replace all of the boards around this fence. That's gonna be a lot of work, but it's got to get done. But the gate is now back in use, because before Ralph rebuilt the frame to it, couldn't use it. It was too heavy. It was leaning forward. It was warped. It had casters on it that had dug into the ground, buried pretty much into the ground. It just couldn't move it. So now it can be used again. I'm happy about that. As we can now open it up. It swings freely on its own. We can open up both sides and let a huge truck in here. If I want to have some wood chips delivered, I can easily open the gate now and have the big truck come through and dump the wood chips in here. All right, but just want to show you the finished product. It's all done in terms of rebuilding the big gate. Still, again, a whole lot more work to do. We've got to rebuild the top caps and replace all of the wooden slats. But that is coming soon, and I'll keep you updated on that. But there you go. All right. Make sure to share this video with your friends. Please hit that like button to drive the algorithms to allow more people to see it. And if this is your first time coming by, as always, please hit the subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. But one more project down. Thank you again for watching. I'm Sandy 7 with AN-T-NEES, and the Honky Tonk Chronicles keep rolling. Peace, everybody. Have a good one.